Bonjour or bonsoir. Welcome to another New Manchester video. This is Richard, the owner of the New Manchester YouTube channel. And before I get into this video, I just want to tell all of you that it is frigid Arctic blast cold outside. It is about 3 degrees Celsius outside. That's really cold. And I did a video at a park today, and it was so cold. I mean, I just couldn't do the video. I mean, I tried to ignore the coldness from the frigid, brisk, Arctic, harsh cold outside, the extreme cold outside. I tried to ignore it and try to do the video, but it was just too bloody cold. So yeah, I wrapped it up, and I decided to redo the video and do it here. So yeah. And also yep, Donald Trump has become the 47th president of the United States of America. He was sworn in as president today. Yeah, and Canada, that country north of the USA, is getting ready for his tariffs threats. And PMs, not PM, but MPs in Parliament in Ottawa, people like Jagmeet Singh, Justin Trudeau, one of the premiers, all the premiers in every province in Canada in 3 territories. One of them, one of them, the Premier of Ontario, Doug Ford, is taking Donald Trump's tariff threats very, very seriously. Because if he unleashes the tariffs on goods coming into the United States from Canada, it's going to lead to things skyrocketing at the grocery stores and places, and also stores all over the U.S. Like, Americans going to be paying more for things. It's going to hurt Americans. It's going to hurt Americans more than it's also going to hurt Canadians. It's going to hurt Americans and Canadians. And Donald Trump's tariff threats are going to threaten Mexico as well. So Canada is very, very, very serious about these tariff threats. And it's good to see people in that country are all united and they're not divided like people here in the U.S. are. So they are united and ready for what Donald Trump throws their way. Politicians who are united in Canada versus politicians who aren't united here in the U.S. Yeah, and also in Canada, it doesn't matter what party you're from. You're Canadian and you're part of Team Canada. And that is something. So I'm gonna, so I hope Canada stay with it and take on what Donald Trump, and be ready for what Donald Trump throws their way. Okay, that's all I gotta say. I'm gonna kick that dog to the curb and talk about what I really want to talk about in this video. Okay, the topic of this video, and you saw the title, The Ugly American. The Ugly American. What is the Ugly American? Okay, the Ugly American is a person who is native to the United States, and this ugly American, goes abroad and goes to another country outside of his country, and he expects that that country speaks English, and he's very ignorant of different cultures of different countries. And he's ignorant. He's ignorant of different cultures in different countries, and he disrespects the country, and he puts the country down, and puts his country above other countries. You know, like for instance, the Ugly American is for instance, like he goes to Canada, he bashes people and says that Canadians live in igloos, and they say A all the time, and there's no roads or highways in Canada, and people travel from coast to coast in dog sleds. And he goes to the United Kingdom, bashes the looks of the British people in England, Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland, bashes their looks, bashes the king. Yeah, and he does all of that. And he goes to every other country that he goes to and does the same thing. But he does it because he's viewed as just being a patriot by patriotic Americans in his country. But if someone from another country criticizes him and people like him in the United States, he rages. He loses his mind. He goes crazy and yells and shouts and put down other countries. Yeah, it takes one little criticism to set him off. So that's my terminology or description of the Ugly American. And, you know, I was an ugly American, and I was. Case in point, when I went abroad, I acted like an ugly American. You know, I didn't socialize with people from other countries. And I didn't. I mean, I socialized with someone from Britain at a highway rest area near city a while back. This guy was from the UK, and he was a trucker from Manitoba in Canada. And I just socialized with him. Then after that, after I got done talking with him, I got all scared, and you know, something weird in me happened. Like I didn't want to talk to the guy. When the guy said bye, I didn't say bye to him back, because that ugly American monkey on my back just pulled me back in. And I don't know what's wrong with me. Like, you know, I act like a complete fool around foreigners. You know, and I've been doing this for quite a while. And I just want to break away from that. You know, it's like I'm just afraid to talk to people outside the US about how bad my country is and criticize all the things here in the US. And I really want to do that, you know, but there's some people from other countries who like the US, you know, and I just learned that, you know, a lot of people from other countries came to the US to attend the inauguration of Donald Trump becoming the 47th president of the United States. And I got nothing against those people, but those people I just don't want to have anything to do with. Because I don't care for the US or things in the US. I'm just, all I care about, is like going abroad, and going to another country and just, or moving to another country and just starting off fresh. Have a fresh new start, a clean slate, a country. I want to be in a country where, I have social freedoms and the freedom to be myself. I want to be, I want to be in a country where people are friendly, sociable, and down to earth, and easy to talk to and easy to get along with. But, other countries aren't perfect. I can't talk to everybody. I can't get along with everybody. And someone said that you don't have to be friends with people. You can talk to them. You don't have to be friends with them if you want to. And that's okay with me. I don't mind being friends with somebody. I don't mind. It's like this. There's some people I want to have something to do with. There's some people I don't want to have anything to do with. It's just based on like how they are and how they act. If they give me a hard time and give me crap, I'm just gonna stay away from them. And yelling and shouting at them isn't the answer. It's something I did when I talked to people here in the U.S. Like some people won't ask me questions. They won't let me speak. They cut me off. It's kind of weird. Like, what's the point of asking me a question and you're not going to hear what I got to say? It doesn't make any sense. But, and I kind of lost in the past. I start raising my voice and getting all upset and getting my stress levels up over that. And I don't want to do that anymore. I do not want to do that anymore. I just want to I'm going to be around people who are going to give me a hard time. Because, all I have to do is just not let them get to me and just move on. And there's a saying, you're not going to be around those people all your life. They're just going to go into a cycle. And you're not going to see them again. People going to come and go in your life. That's just how it is. But, it's also good to keep in touch with really good people that you got along with. People that you like. So, yeah. Yeah, I want to get rid of the traits of the ugly American, talking loud and shouting, getting angry real quick over something, by losing my cool, get into pointless arguments with people who think they know everything. I got into some arguments with people, and all I want to do is just tell them the truth about something, and they don't want to hear what I got to say, and they want to accuse me of arguing with them. But I can't make people believe what I believe. People are entitled to their own opinion. But arguing with them is just kind of pointless. There's a Canadian who said this: stay in your lane. And that's true. I'm going to stay in my lane by not arguing with anybody. But if I have a good open discussion with someone who's civil, who doesn't argue with me, who let me speak, I can get along with that person. You know, be polite. Just have a one-on-one conversation with them. Don't interrupt them. Just be civil. But yeah, in order for me to do that, I gotta expel the ugly American out of me, because the ugly American is just ruining my life. The ugly American is destroying my mental health, fragmenting my mental health, turning me into something that I'm not. And I'm developing I got the ugly American in me from other ugly Americans. Yeah, Yeah, like I'm not gonna bash all people in the United States, but you got some Americans out there who are rude, arrogant, cocky, loudmouth, obnoxious, ignorant of the world. You know, they're full of themselves. They BS a lot when they talk and brag. I'm gonna say that they BS all the time when they brag about something. And and I don't like being around those Americans. I don't want to be like those Americans. But yeah, there's some Americans out there who aren't like this. And yeah, and these Americans, they're easy to talk to, they're easy to get along with, but a lot of them are very private. Like, okay, like they don't want me to talk about them in a video here on YouTube, and I gotta respect them. If they don't want me to talk about them, I'm not gonna talk. If they don't want to, if they don't want to talk, if they don't want me to talk about them, in a YouTube video like this one on my YouTube channel, then I'm not gonna do it. I'm just gonna I'm not gonna mention them or talk about them. And I respect that. I'm gonna do that. If you don't want me to talk about, if someone doesn't want me to talk about them, then I'm not gonna do it. But in the past, I was a bit of a blubbermouth, a loudmouth, and I got to get away from that. I got to learn how to be, I got to keep something to myself and don't blurt it out to everybody. So what's personal to me is personal to me. So I'm not gonna blurt it out to everybody. So yeah. So I don't know. I got a long ways to go to shake away the ugly American. I got a long ways to shake it out of me. If I do get rid of the ugly American, what kind of person will I be after I get rid of the ugly American out of me? Well, I'll probably be a mixture of a Canadian, a European. I'll probably be like a cross between a European and a Canadian. I'll probably have some sprinkles of British people, French people, Aussies from Australia, and Kiwis from New Zealand. I'll probably be all of those people all rolled into one. And before I end this video, I think it'd be good for me if I'm looking forward to socializing with Canadians, British people, French people in France, Aussies in Australia, and Kiwis in New Zealand, and people in Turkey. Socialize with people like from different parts of Europe. parts of Africa, Latin America, South America, Southeast Asia. Yeah, socialize with people in those parts of the world, and I don't know, I probably will make some friends out of all of that, and I'll probably get a girlfriend, and probably in this girlfriend I'm probably going to have, she probably going to end up being my wife, and I'll probably I'll marry her, and and we'll start a family together, which I really want to do. That'll be good for me. Maybe I can be a better person if I socialize with these people from different parts of the world and just stay away from these toxic people here in the United States. Because I heard that, foreign women will set a man free and will free him from his insecurity and make him be one with himself and make him feel good about himself and make him be the real him. Make him be the real him because he'll have social freedoms and he'll have the freedom to be himself. That's really good and that's really refreshing. And I hope I experience that in the future. It's going to be a big rocky future here in the U.S. with Donald Trump now as president of the United States. But, I didn't vote for the guy. I don't want to have anything to do with him or anything here in the U.S. I don't care about American culture or anything. And, before I end this video, to those of you who live in foreign countries, I say those of you who live in France or the UK or in different countries in Europe, I want to ask you guys this question. You guys ever heard of Perrier? You know what Perrier is? Perrier is carbonated water from France. And, I drink it because, I drink it as a beverage because, it's an alternative to drinking these sugary, unhealthy soft drinks or soda or pop here in the United States because pop or soda or soft drinks contains artificial sugar known as high fructose corn syrup. So yeah, and my father and my sister look at Perrier and they call Perrier fancy water. And my dad says that when I buy Perrier, I go crazy with my money. He said, because he doesn't want me to buy Perrier. And he tells me, if you buy Perrier, you go crazy with your money. If you don't buy Perrier, you don't go crazy with your money. And he's just saying that just to brainwash me. But I don't care what he says. I'm going to keep buying this because I know that Perrier is healthy to me. And it's good to me. I don't drink it all the time. I drink it sometimes. And I buy some from the grocery store. So, and I got a dad and a sister who have the ugly American monkey on their backs, and they're trying to keep that in me, and I don't want to reject the ugly American. And and right now I don't have the ugly American on me anymore. The ugly American is gone for good. Gone is the getting mad real quick over stupid stuff, or stuff that's basically nothing. Gone are the days of getting angry and screaming and shouting at the top of my lungs if people won't let me talk. Those days are over. And like I say, they always say this, everything isn't forever. And Yeah, I know that I had some religious people watching the videos on my YouTube channel. And I really don't care about these religious people. They're very narrow-minded. Um, they think the Bible is bigger than God, and all this ridiculous stuff that they believe in. And I don't care for them or what they say. So that's all I gotta say in this video. The ugly American. I'm gonna give the ugly American the boot. All right. That's all I gotta say in this video. It's like what time is it? It's I think it's after 10:30 p.m. It's about -2 degrees Celsius outside. Really cold outside. Yeah, it's gonna have a chance of snow flurries. It's gonna snow or sleet tomorrow. And it's very, very cold outside. Very cold. And I'm nice and warm in my home. So that's that. So all of you who are watching this video, have a nice night, morning, evening, noon, wherever you are in the world watching this video. If you're watching this video in another country, or you're watching this video here in the U.S., that's all I gotta say to you on that. Yeah. Doesn't matter if it's night, day, noon, morning, whatever. Just have a good day, night, or morning, or evening, or if you're getting ready to go to bed, good night, whatever. All right, that's all I gotta say in this video. Cheers and au revoir. Merci beaucoup. Goodbye.